Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Pit Stop Scale Model Garage video. This is going to be my entry video into Woody's Rock and Roll on Wheels. Now I think that I already posted one of these and I used my reference song, which was the Beach Boys 409. But I searched for that in my videos and I cannot find it. So I think, even though YouTube said it was okay for me to use the music because the author of the music said it was okay, I believe that they took the video down because I cannot find it. I went as far back as almost a year looking for it. Anyhow, with all that being aside, I'm not going to use the music, but my reference music is Beach Boys 409. And that being said, I'm going to be building this 61 Chevrolet Impala, which is a 409. I did have a 61 Impala. Mine was a 283, I think it was, or whatever small engine they had at the time. And like any of my other cars that I had, I raced that car. Never went to the track with it, just did a lot of street racing with it. But one problem I did have with that car, because of the way the driveline was designed, actually the way the chassis was designed and everything else around the chassis, which was the drive shaft that had a center support bearing. And basically it was just a piece of rubber in a bracket and with a bearing in the center, and hard accelerations, that rubber would just break. So I went through so many of those things, it's not even funny. Anyhow, this is the kit. We're going to do an unboxing and we'll go from there. Now I have until, I believe, July, let's see, rock and roll, yeah, July to finish this one. And I'm also going to be starting another group build, which is also due in July. Let's get down to the bench and let's see what's going on. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Ciao. Okay, guys and gals, here we are down at the workbench. As you can see, 61 Chevy Impala, it's an AMT kit. It's a 1/25th scale, 409 cubic inch, turbo fire, woohoo! V8 with a 4-speed transmission and dual exhaust. Yay, that is cool. So, let's take a walk around the box and let's see what's going on. Move some of this stuff out of my way so I don't spill it. There you go. On this side here, this says authentic model. That looks pretty good in red, but I am going to do it in the color that my car was way back in the day. Now they're showing the car in blue. My car was like a turquoise, if I can remember correctly. So, it says, see the bottom panel for complete screws and parts list, and here that is. Now, this is released by Round 2 LLC, and it was produced August 5th of 2023. So this is a fairly new kit, and that's good. That means it's got all the latest kind of molding and all of that kind of stuff. So, let's take a look at the side of the box here. And I don't remember, like I said, I just don't remember the interior of my car. It's been so long ago. It's probably 40 years ago, 50 years ago maybe. Who knows? But anyhow, you can see a shifter. Looks like maybe a Hurst shifter with the ball knob on it. A picture of the 409. And the wheels and tires. So, let's take a look at the inside of this box. And see what's going on here. Now, I think I mentioned to you guys a while back that anytime I get a new kit, even though it's sealed, I always open it up to make sure everything is there so I can send it back if I have to. We'll look at the instructions in a minute. Here's my clear glass. And two pieces, a front windshield and a rear windshield, plus headlight lenses. Okay. Now, if you remember in the video, I mentioned about braking center support bearings. So anyhow, it had the X chassis, as you can see. They called it an X chassis. But the drive shaft went through this tube right here. And there was a bearing in the center. So every time I would pop the clutch, because this was a 4-speed, the torque would be so much that it would break the rubber on the center support, and all of a sudden I'd get this blah 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 blah. So yeah, anyhow, looks like we got fuel tank and the trunk deck, the outer trunk deck. Lots of cool little stuff on here I could detail. All right. Now, I don't see no door handles. That must mean they're in the chrome parts, hopefully. It's got the Impala SS badge right there. Body looks in pretty good shape, actually. Yeah, this looks really good. And it's got little detents for the hood ornaments. Awesome. This is going to bring back memories. Alright, let's start looking at the stuff here. Alright, we got the rear differential, some coil springs, some shock absorbers, more coil springs here, steering wheel, front cross member, looks like radiator hoses right there. I think that's an oil filter housing. I remember on old cars, I don't remember too much about it. There's a starter. I don't know what that is. Oh, they give a separate battery. Alright, separate battery right there. And the very identifiable cylinder heads of a 409 engine. Right there. No headers on here, just exhaust manifolds. Radiator fan shrouds, valve covers. Don't know what that is. Oh, that's the master cylinder right there. The reservoir. Oil pan. Another part I don't know. Huh. I'm just looking, so it's got the linkage on there for the transmission. That's pretty cool. Alright, next. Got a tub. Separate door panels. And here are the seat components. Looks like we're going to have, oh wait a minute, I don't know now. I don't see, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, we're going to have a bench seat in this car also. Here's my hood. I thought there was a scratch. So yeah, alright, this is looking good. I'm liking this. And finally, well not finally, but we got firewall, some body pieces, the radiator and support, either the rear or front seat. That's probably the front seat. And then the exhaust system, hood hinges, wheel backs, drive shaft, more wheel stuff. Oh, look at that, it's even got these wheels with spinners. How cool. That's the only set of wheels that comes in this kit. So I guess I'm stuck with those wheels. Front grille, and it's got the Chevy cross flags on the front. Front and rear bumpers. Here's the hood ornaments right there. Windshield wipers. I'm not sure what those are. Oh, those must be the rear lights. Huh. Right. Inside rear view mirror. Alright. And dashboard. brake, clutch, and parking brake pedals. Oh no, here's another set of wheels. These are probably the ones I'll use. I'm not familiar with the wheels. I think these are Kragers. I'm not sure, but that's what I think they are. And then we got the rear lights, which is cool. And as you can see in the box there's 6 tires. And I'm just curious to see what license plates they give in this one. I want one with Arizona or New York license plates. Let's see what they got. I need to put my readers on for that. Can't even make that out. Anyhow, those are not what I expected. Anyhow, it's more, I'm looking to see if these are, that looks like it might be an instrument cluster speedometer or something. These are really small. Another Chevy badge. Alright, so this looks like it might be fun. So, because I have enough time on this, I will not start on this kit right away. I want to get some of my others a little bit further along before I start on another kit. And I don't think we're going to look at the instructions. Basically, everybody knows what the instructions are going to tell us to do, so it's always going to start with the engine, which I always do anyhow. So, let's close this up for now. Oops, sorry about that. Okay guys, now that you've seen what I want to build for this group build, I just want to mention that the unboxing of this kit was actually part of the original entry that I've done that I don't know what happened to. Since then, the car is in primer, as you can see. You can see the chassis is all white. And I am going to paint this. The color I said is going to be like a turquoise color. I don't remember the exact color, but I do have it. It's MCW. But I might look at Scale Finishes to see what they have available for this car. So, with that being said, talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. Talk to you later. Bye.